A genetic fallacy. The source of the claim makes it true or false. A genetic fallacy is when we presume that where the claim came from is the reason the claim is true or false. Okay? Reading from your textbook, that new military reform idea has gotta be bunk. It comes from a liberal think tank. Okay? This is a little bit like appeal to the person, but it's not just person. It's, in this case, it's a liberal think tank. I don't like the people who presented it, therefore it must be false. People might think this way if you consider news outlets. So Fox News, it has a tendency to be terribly conservative. Huffington Post has a reputation for being terribly liberal. Well, if somebody says, oh, well, the Huffington Post reported this, so it must be false, because they don't like the liberal slant the Huffington Post puts on things. That doesn't really work. Just because you don't like the Huffington Post doesn't mean it's reporting false stories. Likewise, just because you don't like Fox News doesn't mean it's reporting false stories. You might take everything that comes from either of these news sources with a grain of salt, as we say, but the fact that it comes from this source doesn't entail that it is true or false. Okay, this can work, the other way. Oh, well, Fox News reported it, so it must be true. Nobody's infallible. Fox News isn't infallible. Huffington Post isn't infallible. Nothing and no one's infallible. Make sense? All right. Equivocation. Equivocation is when we have a word appear in two different premises of an argument, and we're acting like they mean the same thing, but they don't. Okay? So, again, reading from the textbook. Only man is rational. No woman is a man. Therefore, no woman is rational. Well, we've used the word man in both premise 1 and premise 2, but it means something different, right? Only man is rational. In that context, man means human being, right? This is the way it used to be that we referred to humans as man. So what we mean there is only human beings are rational. Well, when we get to no woman is a man, now we're talking about an human being of the male gender, right? If we choose one of those meanings and plug it in for the instance of man in both cases, the argument doesn't work. Only human beings are rational. No woman is a human being. That doesn't work, right? Only human beings of the male gender are rational. No woman is a human being of the male gender. Well, premise 2 is true, but premise 1 is not. It's not the case that only human beings of the male gender are rational, no matter what you might think, men. It doesn't go the other way either. It's not the case that only human beings of the female gender are rational. All human beings, all human persons are rational. Okay? So, and you see a reconstruction, a little bit further down the page. Only humans are rational. No woman is a human. Therefore, no woman is rational. Well, that argument falls apart, right? Appeal to ignorance. A claim is true or false because it hasn't been proven otherwise. Well, there must exist aliens in the world because we haven't proven that there aren't any. Alternatively, there must not be aliens in the world because we haven't proven that there are. Just doesn't work that way, right? Reading from your textbook, super green algae can cure cancer. No scientific study has ever shown that it does not work. Well, just because science hasn't performed the study to show that super green algae can or can't cure cancer doesn't tell us anything about whether it can or can't cure cancer.